confident are you that he's past that? He's matured past that?
You know, the nice thing is the bottom is that Marcus knows he clearly has a clear understanding that there's expectations in this program. He knows what's expected of him. He knows how to handle his life, and you know, I just every day we work to improve who he is as a person and make sure that he lives up to the expectations at Ohio State University.
How tough is that to overcome? You know, somebody who has a few run-ins early on, and I mean, mentally for them, they probably feel like they've.
Yeah, it's certainly a challenge, and I'm not going to deny the challenge that is put upon a young kid. And Ohio State's one of those places. You know, just look around right now. There's a lot of microphones and TVs, and there's a lot of interest, and we're very happy with it. We're glad it's that way, and that's part of the expectations at Ohio State. You got to learn to act like an Ohio State football player, live under Coach Meyer's rules, and you know what? I got to tell you, he's really trying to get that done, and I'm very proud of him.
As far as what he brings to the table, we see him going down the seam and making some plays, but I mean,
he's very athletic. There's no doubt about it. He's a very athletic young tight end. He's got to control or learn to block better at the point of attack, and that'll come with strength. That'll come with physical maturity, and that'll come with just learn and having confidence in yourself, and all those things you're developing. And you look at the development of Nick. He's so much better than he was a year ago. And where he is today is like completely different. So, every day you go out, it's another learning opportunity. It's another opportunity to get better. And we very seldom back off of him here. We're going to push him to be a little better every day.
Coach, the added role of recruiting coordinator. Can you just talk about what that puts on your plate?
That part of it is it's really an interesting thing. That obviously the one thing is we got to control recruiting Ohio the very best we can. We got to make sure within a 250-mile, 300-mile radius that we really get after that area. And then obviously we have a responsibility to the people of Ohio and to the great state of Ohio and all the great fans that we have to recruit the national best. And that's one of the way we go about it. We're going to go at it, and obviously there's a lot of ties in Ohio high school football and a lot of things that I've done in the past. And the bottom line is we got to make sure that each and every year we bring in a group that has opportunities to compete for the big prize, and that's what you do. And we want to start in Ohio. We want to keep that 250-mile radius, and then obviously we got to go get the national elites at every position.
Tim, how's your job changed though?
Pardon me?
How's that? What can you tell me a little bit about? Having that responsibility now, how much more you've got going on?
Well, what it does, it's just, Mark Pantoni's phenomenal at it. We got a great recruiting staff. Coach Meyer's really into the recruiting end of it, as we all know, and he does a phenomenal job of monitoring it. And my job is to kind of just continue to make sure buffers, be another voice sometimes in where we are in evaluations of players, and then obviously, make sure that we keep that energy level and the expectations of the recruiting end of it, because recruiting is fatiguing. I mean, today the way recruiting is now, as you guys, it's not secret. There's always different age groups that get offered and all that. You're recruiting for 2 and 3 years. Used to be you're recruiting for 9 months. Nowadays you're recruiting for 2 and 3 years, so it takes energy and a lot of effort to make sure you continue to recruit those guys.
Isn't that a major responsibility for you now, though?
Absolutely.
How much different is your life now?
What is it? What is it when you're at Ohio State University? Because one, you're going to have expectations. 2, you're going to have people critique it, and 3, the expectations are to be the best in the country, whatever we do, and that's what I got to do.
Tim, are you putting out these unit leadership courses that you guys are taking as a staff?
Here's the great thing it does. It makes you, when you go through those leadership things that we're doing as a staff, it makes you sit back, open your eyes, and reflect on what you think your strengths are and what you think your weaknesses are. And listen, when you're in this competitive world, you're never good enough. I mean, you have things that you can improve on, and I got a lot of gray hair and I'm old, and but I got to get better. And I coach another 10 years, I'm going to say the exact same thing. I got to be better. There's certainly, hopefully, some life experiences you can bring into that's good, but the bottom line is that it makes you look at yourself, it makes you self-evaluate yourself. It spurs ideas. That there's some things that pop up the other day, like maybe 15, 20 years ago, like, oh yeah, that's right, you know what I mean? And it's real exciting, and the bottom line is that you got to grow, and Coach Meyer tells the staff all the time, don't let the game get by you. Keep after the game, and it's what we're trying to do now.
Coach,